Hi, my name is Ankita. Today I will explain my documentation code. Firstly, we will move on map-data-access.cs. The code is contained within the robot controller API.persistence namespace and it defines a static class named map-data-access. Connection string. This constant holds the connection string used to connect to the PostgreSQL database. It includes information such as the host, username, password, and the database name. This is my password and this is the database that is used in PostgreSQL. Methods for map management. Get maps. Retrieve all maps from the database. Get square maps. Retrieve square map from the database. Get map by ID. A map by its ID from the database. Get maps by name. Add map to add a new map to the database. Update map. Updates an existing map in the database. Delete map. Deletes a map from the database by its ID. And here is a helper method. Check coordinates. There is 3 parameters: ID, X and Y. And these are types of integer. Checks if a given coordinate X or Y is within the bounds of a map specified its ID. The NPGSQL library is used for interacting with the PostgreSQL database. Now, robot command data access.cs. This is the code that constantly holds the connection string used to connect to the PostgreSQL database. It includes information such as the host, username, password, database name, same as that of previous file. And there are methods for robot command management. Get robot commands. Get move commands only, that for only move command from the database. Get commands by ID by entering its ID. Get command by name. Add robot command to add a new robot command to the database. Update robot command to updates an existing robot command in the database. Delete robot command from the database by its ID. And parameterized queries are used to prevent SQL injection and attacks. Parameters are added to commands using add with value method. This is the map.cs, namespace named robot controller API, and this is the class of map. It includes various properties like ID, that is the type of integer. Columns and rows are both type of the integer. Get set method included in all these properties. Name is a type of string. Description, created date, modified date. And this is the constructor to initialize ID, columns, rows, name, created date, modified date and description. This is the program file. This is the updation of persistence file. Create builder. This is used to create an instance of the web application builder which is required to configure various aspects of the application. Services configuration. Add controllers. Register the controller for handling incoming HTTP request. Add endpoints API Explorer. Registers the API Explorer services which are used to generate open API descriptions. Add Swagger Gen. Configures Swagger generation services. Swagger Gen configuration include XML comments. Specifies the XML comment file generated by the compiler to include comments in Swagger documentation. This adds metadata information about the API version and other details like title, description and contact information in this code. Builder.build means the web application middleware configuration. Use static files. Enable serving static files such as HTML, CSS and JavaScript files. User Swagger adds middleware to serve generated Swagger as a JSON endpoint that included in submission of the documentation. Use Swagger UI adds middleware to render Swagger UI, specifying a custom CSS file to style the UI. Map controller action to incoming HTTP request, and the last one is run. This is configures the application to handle request, and this is an email. Now we will see output of this code. Here we will put .NET run, and this is building, and this is the link to run this further on localhost 5000. Here we can enter localhost 5000 Swagger, and you can see this page of Deccan University full API, robot controller API, maps and robot commands are there. This is also clickable to contact, and this is the JSON file, raw data, headers. Thank you for watching this video.